12岁3个月左右发生过一个事情。
My feeling is about you have 12 years old, about 12 years old or 12 years old, 3 months that time you had a very scary experience.
When I was 12 and a quarter years old?
Yeah, something like that.
I had a strong emotional experience, yes.
那个时候有一段感觉上的一个
那个时间对吧？
So that time point is about right?
Possibly, yeah.
可能是因为yeah.
当时什么感受？
How did you feel at that time when you 12 years old, that experience?
Well, I think that many of us have lots of experiences in childhood that are quite
他说很多人
frightening
都有这种小时候被吓的
or uncomfortable
不
or
太舒服。
saddening, grief,
当时
frightening.
当时你很伤心。当时
You feel
发生
sad?
什么事情？
What make you feel sad at that time?
Well, I don't know that I remember. I feel like I'm Christine crazy 40. I don't know.
他不能记得很清楚，可能因为小
I
时候
mean, I
有
do,
这
but
个。
I do remember a very frightening experience I had around that age.
他说记得是那个时候有一次很被吓到的经历，但不记得当时的感受是什么。
所以只要有过被吓的，它后边都容易产生这个病。
Yeah, as my observations being repeated, summarized is when you was being frightened, scared when you was a childhood, it will be easy to affect your heart, normally function.
而且会在他一生中会有很多次。
And actually, it's not just once. It would happen many times during your life experience. Just being scared, being frightened experience, more than just once.
就是类似的情绪，它已经发生过很多类似的。
So the similar emotion occurred repeatedly in your life experience. That will accumulate to affect your heart function or this vessel being blocked.
会是有很多。
So do you agree? You have more than just once, correct?
But don't you think most people have more than one scary experience in their lifetime?
For that kind of sickness, yes. For the one we will talk about, atrial fibrillation. Fibrillation, yeah. For that one, you will be able to easy to track at least more than once. You'll be scared, frightened when you was a child, when you were young.
And are you going to talk about what the technique is, the methodology for
但是你会
releasing?
不会今天会不会教是这个技术是什么技术，怎么样做？
这个技术我得在后来再上一个课程。
Yeah, we're gonna do a workshop, but not for tonight because we only have like a good time to give that idea, the introduction, and probably if you have specific question we can answer. The technique in China take about 4 days. Here we shrink to 2 days. That's a Saturday and a Sunday, and it's some people don't have to go to work. It's wholly in Baltimore. That's why the flyers tell you the location and the information was there. So we want to try to use the seminar to give people an idea what it's about, so you'll be able to maybe think this is important. You either take that 2 days off, go to Baltimore to participate in the workshop.
So it's more than conversation?
More than conversation. They have hand method, Yeah, you have a hand technique as well.
Is the technique purely verbal? Is it energetic?
他现在问这些技术，只是用这个谈话呀，还是有别的东西？
Is it touch oriented? Like pressure on certain points?
还要按那个点。
Can you elaborate a little
It's
bit?
a combination. It's a combination of the both. Yeah. Yeah, because Pamela, you want to share what we just did with you? What we just did with you in that 4 or 5 minutes of communication with you, that's one of the techniques used.
I mean, like I've seen what happened before with her and work. There was more
Actually,
body.
we did a 2-person, right? We did Anne Mary first, and then we did her before the seminar today. Yeah.
It was kind of more body. While for me it was more like trying to get emotions out, so it just talk them out. So it's
At the
very
same time, he touched the sensitive spot. She put her hands there, and then asked her to channel out the emotion, and that area will be kind of well done. That's I think for her cases. Yeah.
Right. In the case of Marie, from the outside, it was more similar to what osteopathy is.
Yeah, for Anne Mary's cases, and we ask her inhale, reach the arm, and then exhale, and let it go,
Right.
and that will release the tension on her shoulder.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. So
No?
I had a frozen shoulder. I don't know if any of you had it before, and I could not raise it above. Now I can do this.
Yeah.
he-
So we did a two
he's-
cases before the seminars. Yeah.
Does, you have me curious, because a lot of the ailments that you're talking about are physical. I work a lot with people who have severe mental illness, primarily schizophrenia. So my question for you is, how does your technique address illnesses that
Mental health issues.
it's beyond, it's
Beyond that.
severe mental health issues, or issues that reside not necessarily in the physical body, but within the consciousness and the mind of the being?
精神科的
医生
他医生。
哦，
So you're a physician?
治疗什么的？
Mental health.
Mental health work.
I run a nonprofit and yes,
OK，
close.
他是有一个非营利组织专门治疗这个精神病人的。你刚才说的都是这个身体上的疾病，他的病人里面都是那种精神分裂症，精神分裂症是不是也英国方法也有效？
But my question is, why did you ask if I was a physician? I have
Because you
3
asked
physicians.
You asked for schizophrenia. That you have the license to treat schizophrenia.
Yeah, I supervise 4 physicians.
OK，他是那个非营利组织的这个，他有4个医生在里面，他自己也是医生。
Amongst also social workers, art therapists, medical, 2 medical.
感谢。Yeah，他给他们那个机构里面有医生，有社会工作者，有这个厨师，他是这个他们非营利组织的一个领导。
那我先
Yes. Unfortunately, every day, 22 to 23 American military veterans commit suicide
PTSD.
every
每
day.
天大概有22、23个美国的退伍军人自杀。
So I'm hoping through a friend of mine to work for the Veterans Administration and teaching these veterans Tai Chi, Qigong, meditation, having a traditional Chinese medicine doctor do acupuncture in the ear and throughout the body to help to change their mind, to relieve them of post-traumatic syndrome.
他是我帮忙管理这些退伍军人。
What about my question? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. What about my question?
Oh, may I answer your question?
No.
人的身体是来自于能量的。
So this is a very good demonstration the body has energy.
当它这些能量淤堵的时候，
When the energy blocked in this area,
它就会影响它的一个头部。
that will affect the head movement.
很多人的头部的问题，失眠症、头痛症，都是来自这地方淤堵。
And of course, that will affect your sleeping, your headaches, because it's blocked in the neck areas.
我们只这么简单的处理，
So that simple magical number 10 and magical number 3 will make that disappear.
就会让他刚才一碰很痛，哇，很痛。
So as you can see in the beginning, just touch very lightly, she feel a lot of pain. And then after that, the simple process, and the pain disappear.
再这他怎么样？不痛，
And push again, you push very hard, she couldn't feel pain.
他这个气通了，
Because the qi flew, the blocked scalp.
淤堵地方开了。你觉得脖子舒服吗？
Do you feel comfortable now?
舒不舒服？
Yeah, no, I feel energy flowing, it's great,
That's
but I don't know what he did.
what she was just release the energy flow, release the blockage there.
He released the block.
Yeah.
什么？
他不知道做什么，他现在已经不疼了。
现在觉得头不舒服吗？
就 feel comfortable, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
great.
很舒服。
觉得很舒服，
非常好。
很放松。
Well, I feel the
他
energy
能感
flowing.
觉能量在流通。
这是我们的能量手法。
So that's the energy method. 我懂了。
不同的病就会处理不同的状况。
So different disease we use different method.
这个方法也来自于5000年前的中医。
Of course, that comes from our Chinese medicine's theory and practices.
刚才这个动作是来自于密宗教，
It actually
法
comes
教。
it comes from the Tibetan myth that it's one of the Buddhism religions in China. Right?
好，我回答他的问题。
Now answer your question.
呃，
Your question about mental health.
Well, my question is about schizophrenia.
Yeah, more specifically
Specifically.
schizophrenia. Okay. 他的问题是什么？精神分裂症。
好，精神类的疾病，它属于是精神的思想，不是身体有问题。
So we know psychotic disease is because about your mind, not your bodies.
The
那么
mind is not part of the body?
Mind is not part of body. We talk about mind, body, spirit. You know, the three level of sickness or health.
他的身上有另外一个能量。
There's a different energy in the body will affect your mind.
举个例子，这个衣服是深色的，这衣服深色的。
So, for example, my clothes is dark color.
比如说深色，我们就生活的很开心、很舒服，深色。
So, if the dark color will associate with our, you know, relaxing habits.
但是又染上一个黄的颜色，
But if I color them with yellows,
它就不好了，
it looks
这叫精神病。
so that looks like an abnormal. We call it, you know, psychological disorder.
也就是说，他身上的能量频率变了。
Because energy in the body changed. With dark color with yellow just doesn't match.
他什么问题呢？头部神经问题。
So it's that thing applied to our, you know, mental disorder is just something you know, disorder in the body, in the mental levels.
比如我们要睡眠不好，是不是头会很痛？
So when you did not get a good sleep, you feel headaches.
需要调整他头部神经问题。
So you need to adjust the nervous system in your brain.
我们的头部神经有65万多个，
We have about 650,000 nervous cells in the brain,
或者更多。
maybe more than that.
当它神经没有连上，或者能量没过去时候，产生紊乱。
So when the nervous cell was not connected well or just misplacement, they will bring disorder in your mental life.
比如当我们生气的时候，是不是神经会紊乱？
So when we feel angry, we cannot think clearly because the nervous system was misplaced.
甚至吵架的时候，是不是会大吵大闹，失去理智？
When we're fighting with each other, we get angry fighting with each other, you might lose your mind, you might getting unrational.
也就是说，他的气把他的神经有阻断的地方。
So in other words, Chinese medicine will consider that qi flow being blocked by that misplaced nervous system.
比如我们看到一些人特别生气的时候，说摔东西，那不像很像神经病一样吗？
So when we see some people getting very angry, they will throw all the things that looks like crazy, like has a mental disorder from a bystander perspective.
或者有人喝了很多酒以后，有这种失态的现象，又吵又闹。
Or when people getting drunk, that expression looks like a mental disorder as well.
这不也很像精神问题吗？
So that's what we call, you know, psychotic disorders. If you didn't know what happened, just as bystanders.
所以这些精神病的问题是头部神经和能量不匹配造成的。
So from what we see is, you know, those mental health issues like schizophrenia is neurological system in your brain and plus energy flow, the combination of the two.
调整它的能量，还有它的头部神经会不错。
So our method is adjust the energy flow and of course make the neurological system be more orderly. That will solve the problem.
So you have experience curing schizophrenia in your
有试
patients?
过这个精神分裂症？
Or a reduction in the symptoms and
我
a
们
better
不要都是
quality
抑
of
郁症
life?
自闭症。
Not exactly for schizophrenia, but we more like depression. And or the autism.
Or
And
issues
autism,
related
yeah.
to more mood disorders?
That's right.
I got it. I
Yeah.
understand. Thank you.
But in principle, that's what his perspective. Yeah.
谢谢。
他理解了，你主要是知道这个情绪这方面，还没有到那个他们这种比较难的这个精神病。
那个是
也
我们说的事件。
we have not really treated that, but it just give you a principle. That's how we see it. Yeah.
But for the post-traumatic stress from work.
That constellation looks a bit,
Yeah,
a bit more aligned with
That was
mood
more
and-
easy to be
Correct.
adjusted. exposure therapy or by some emotional channel。他说他这个病，他能够理解你吃的那些，就是能够这个比较他这个这个退伍军人这个可能就更有一些。
回答你的问题。
Now answer your question。
好，在
Yes. What I was saying is that the American veteran, I'm a veteran from the military, Vietnam, and there are veterans every day, at least 23 veterans committing suicide every day. So have you had any success? Have you worked with suicide? Have you worked with people that have severe post-traumatic syndrome?
非常简单。
People that have been to war, experienced war.
来，我举个例子。
Yeah, I did work with a patient like that. Yeah.
好，去年他们到中国在学习养生团在学习。
Yeah, last year we had a wellness tour go to China. I organized it. Yeah. She's in there. She's in both of the tour.
把那个电脑给我拿。那个有一个人叫美国空军叫大卫。
We have a veteran, David. He retired from Air Force.
他也是练气功，练得很好，气功。
He's actually a Qigong teacher.
但是呢，他一直是头部睡眠不好。
But he had some insomnia.
而且很有状况。
Because he got trauma.
他是在飞行员的那个服役过程中发生一些事情。空军摩托车事故，他是空军，他发生事故。
So he got accident in a motorcycle accident. Yeah, hurt himself.
大概80多。然后我就在现场说给他把他的过去压抑说出来了。
And so I was able to, communicate, channel that suppression or the traumatic experience and release that tension.
然后20多分钟以后，他就说话了。
And that treatment going on about 20 minutes. Actually, the short video on my Facebook with that treatment experience. And after 20 minutes, she feel very released and then, feel much better emotionally.
好，给你看一个录像。
I'm going to show you the videos.
拍的不太好。
It's not very professional, but it's just recording of that.
这是当时现场的录像。
that experience. I mean, you were there, right? You were there when David.
I was there,
Yeah,
yes.
David was
So
there.
the gentleman, he did have trauma from
Motorcycle accident.
motorcycle accident, but he also was in the Air Force.
Air Force, yeah. He retired from Air Force.
Retired, yes. And through a technique similar to what you just saw with Maxie and Pamela as well, he was able, well, you'll see it right here.
好，我们看一下。来。
Yeah, we cannot project. Yeah.
就。
Sort of like you're doing like cranial therapy?
对，这就是用手法，还是
This is the hand techniques, yeah.
Acupressure?
对。
Acupressure.
Acupressure.
Yes. Phil was there. Phil was in the back. Good see, Phil. Yeah, Phil was there. Phil is an acupuncturist who practiced in Upper Manhattan by Center Park. Oh, actually, I put this on Facebook.
这就是用调整他的头部神经，还要释放他的情绪，然后他就过去了，这事儿过去了。
I put this on YouTube already with this video. Yeah.
你说这方法，我们的技术对这些人非常大的帮助。
So this technique can help veterans with that post-traumatic disorder. Yeah.
That's good. Let's hope.
Yeah, those things we're going to teach during Saturday and Sunday's workshop. And we want for people to, don't make supposed to 2 days is not enough, but some people probably have schedule issues or don't know what exactly they experience. We allow people to rest 1 day at one time.
Do you use any type of breathing and spiritual technique.
Not spiritual. Breathing is one of the
Breathing.
techniques. Yeah, breathing definitely is one of the
好，
techniques.
大家
Yeah.
好吗？
Kevin, you must say that you had a brain injury.
What?
You had a brain injury.
You got a brain injury?
This guy.
Yeah, he got a motorcycle accident. So his whole body was injured.
一个是调整他的头部神经，
He
一
got
个是释放他的情绪压抑。
Yeah.
大概一个人上身，在那时候大概
He
就
was
是
not able to coordinate.
21分钟，从这开21分钟。
Yeah, from the recording is 21 minutes of treatment. I believe I put it on the YouTube, but I'm not able to publish that a lot. I put on my Facebook.
后果就好了。
My Facebook friends able to click the link to get it on YouTube.
Do you use any acupuncture?
No, he does not use
No acupuncture at all.
just acupressure.
Acupressure.
Yeah.
好，
我把它已经放在那个 YouTube 上。
Acupuncture.
我这个放
我给你放。
我放不着。那他们看得到。
让自己看。
谢谢。这个方法，因为我们处理过很多这种想自杀的人，效果非常好。
Yeah, we did process many patients with suicide, intention, and it's worked very well.
I understand that everyone is an individual. Everybody's a different
It could be,
case,
yeah.
different situation.
他说每个人是不一样的，对吧？
大多数都差不多。我们
There's some
我们
similarities.
4个方法，4个方法
We。just mentioned that there's 4 major methods.
第一个方法要让他建立自信，他的自信心。第一个方法是让他建立他自信心。
And one is help the patient to build up the confidence.
第二，把他的精力、恐惧、担忧、紧张的精力释放掉。
Number 2 is to release that emotional experience, that is scary, that's trauma, kind of record it, let it go. Yeah.
第三个方法要激活他的细胞，把细胞激活。
The third method is activate the cell, reactivate the cell, make it alive again, because they are in the stress mode, right? They try to protect themselves, shut off their sensors in a stress.
You go into a defensive,
The fight or flight mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you fight.
Now we need to activate them, make them life back to normal. You need to action again.
第四个方法让他生命重建，
And the fourth method is rebuild the life, rebuild confidence, rebuild life.
大概整个过程需要4到5天。
And if the whole treatment is take about 4 or 5 days.
这样的话，他就因为我们的细胞是基本的一个东西，我们的细胞是身体的最基本的元素是细胞。
The cell is a basic component of life, and the cell when it was in the stress response, fight and flight, they could be in a completely different life status.
人为什么会自杀呢？
Why people getting committed suicide?
是由于他的细胞失去氧含量，它变成了叫保护态。
And it's because the cell was lost supply of oxygen in the protection mode. They don't have a function normally.
比如人紧张的时候，我们的身体是压缩的，是收缩的。人的紧张害怕的时候，
When you feel scary, when you feel nervous, your body was tied up, in a shrink mode.
My understanding of suicide possibly is that there's a feeling of loneliness. And after 9/11, suicide and murder rate went down because there was a sense of being all together as one country.
他理解的当人想自杀的时候，它是一种特殊的不能唤醒的这种情感。比如在
不会，
不是在911以后啊，发现这个自杀率反而在下降，因为大家有一种在一起在一个群体，在一个那种感觉。对 ，yes。
所以就说，那么当人开心的时候，细胞是打开的、充盈的。
When you feel happy, your cell was active, was open.
所以我们的目的是让他走出情绪，把细胞打活、激活。
So our treatment is to achieve the goal to activate the cell, work out the sad or negative mood, reactivate make the cell back to life again.
So the person has to participate in their own healing. Also,
Correct.
they have to believe.
Yeah, 他是这个人
They have
自
to
己参
want
与的
it.
这个疗愈的过程是这样子的。
不是，
也不
得通过外在给你的帮助。
Of course, through the external help, try to reactivate the cell.
第 第4步使人产生爱，能量流动的这种爱的关系。
Of course, at the last step, we want the people have love of the life and have the energy flow again.
第一，他要忘掉了那种在战争时候那种恐惧。
First, you need to forget those traumatic experience. You let it go.
最后建立一种是国家信心，这种自信心。
And of course, and then rebuild the self-confidence in life.
第3个，他有一种爱世界、爱自己、爱家人的能量出现了。
And then we cultivate the love himself, love the world, love the family, and that give new energy for the life.
Yes.
这样大概需要4到5天的一个课程。
So we have a special program for that post-traumatic disorders. To take about 4 or 5 days. Next time in China, this kind of workshop usually take 4 days. So because we know people are difficult to get a 4-day off, so we over a 2-day as weekend as kind of a.
Do you have that situation in China? Do you have people that have been to war? You're the same.
我们有课程专门是
Because it's a different mind there. The
Yeah.
Chinese are a different mind. They handle things
The
differently.
post-traumatic, the disorder can be different. War is one of them, and this kind of like child abuse or the rape, those kind of cases also can create that situation for people. Yeah.
这是通过课程一步一步把人带出来。
So we use the course. We will be step by step. Then people work out their own